Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody, and good morning to my birds. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and we are going to be doing another run request. But before we do that, we need to select the soundtrack. Guys, who am I kidding? I'm not gonna bug them. So we have a random number generator set to generate a number between 1 and 3. Let's see what we get. 3. Alright, so it's piano collection today. So we'll get into this and get started there. Alright, so the run was brought to us again by a non-misfit. He seems to be the only one donating runs for me to use, but I have a couple of others that I can do. This is the first one that caught my attention. And the theme this time around is on boomerangs. Basically, attacks that you throw out that return to you. And I'm not suggesting that the only spells I'm going to find are in that vein, because more than likely that would be a misnomer. That's not likely to happen. And even if it did, would those be the most effective spells for what I'm trying to do? Probably not. Alright, so this is what was donated to me. So we're starting with the Tempo Robe for run speed and cooldowns. Fiery Yo-Yo, which of course does that. Volt Tracer, which does that. Very nice. Should be well acquainted with Frost Scimitar by now, one of my favorites. And Cyclone Boomerang. Certainly not bad, although there's a part of me that would rather start with the Captain's Ring, considering what we have to work with here. Now, I have in the past done small changes to recommended builds. This is one that I think just makes sense because it starts you with a 12% bonus to damage. And I don't have to be too worried about where we start because we've got great elemental coverage. So let's just get into things. Alright, well, hopefully by the time we get to the twins, we've got a good Earth Elemental ability. Alright. There we go. It's not a bad run so far, but like with most theme runs, you can't really tell how well they're actually going to do until... Oh, you're just breaking things. Well, there we go. And actually, that works out rather thematically. Wait, how is that, Dark Sage? That's not a boomerang. Boomerangs come back to you. Well, did you know that the original concept of the boomerang was actually not intended to come back to you? Sorry, before I drop knowledge on you, I thought it would be better to clear that room first. But actually, the original concept of the boomerang was originally just meant as just a thrown object. Well, wouldn't that make it a stick? Yes, it would essentially make it a stick. Very good. The idea is that it would be something that you would use to hunt animals for food. They're just more so meant to bring down game than anything else. Okay, that was a badly timed dodge on my behalf. I tried, but I didn't do it in time.
Okay, that was an oops on my behalf. Oopsie poopsie.
So, with the knowledge that boomerangs weren't originally intended to return to you, they were just meant to help hunt game, when did the returning boomerang come to be a thing? Well, they were developed just... I'm not 100% sure when. That's information I still need to find. Oh, I see fairy. Hold on. Nothing happens until I pick up the fairy. I also see the Journal of Midas over there, and that's going to help out quite a bit. Got him, though. I should not have been hit by that, but of course I wasn't paying attention. There we go, looking a little better. Oh, Jesus. Like, I know you guys can't necessarily see my screen, but my setup is using an ultra wide monitor, so we definitely have more going to the sides than I do vertically as far as real estate on my screen is concerned. So it can actually be difficult to see what's on either end of the screen. Well, so I was saying that I wasn't going to be able to find a bunch of boomerangs, but I mean, Tracer Barrage. Can't just ignore that. Yay, we got him! Oh, really? Really? We're 4 off? Okay, let's go break some things and see if we can earn a little bit extra money. Because we all know how I feel about Tracer Barrage. Even if it isn't necessarily going to be super effective against Zeal or Freya, it's still going to be just overall useful. So I'm very interested in breaking things until I get those last 2 coins. If I get those last 2 coins, let's be fair. Yeah, Darkseid, that's all well and good, but continue talking about boomerang history. Right, so like I was saying, I don't know when the returning boomerang came about, but when it did, it was developed from those old throwing sticks, and much like the Frisbee, their main purpose was basically for pleasure or sport. The idea being that when you throw the boomerang, it will, if thrown correctly, be returned to the user via the force of unbalanced aerodynamics. Basically, returning boomerangs have a special curved shape to them, essentially giving them 2 or more wings, so to speak, and that unbalanced aerodynamic force will cause the boomerang's path to curve and fly in an elliptical shape, so it will return to the thrower, if of course thrown correctly. And even though the old traditional... By the way, I'm not going to be able to get Tracer Barrage, so I'm just going to move on. But these old boomerangs were, of course, made of wood. But nowadays they can be made out of wood, plastic, whatever else. So long as they can get the aerodynamics proper enough, they can make those bad boys out of whatever they want. Which lends itself to the idea of, lighter materials probably being better for that purpose. But nowadays, there's even like sport and competition based upon like how wide apart you can get the boomerang to fly in, how far you can get it to go before it comes back. There's a world of sport-based competition just based around the boomerang and its returning design. But yes, the original concept of the boomerang wasn't that it was a magical apparatus that flew through the air and came back to you based on forces that no one at the time understood. They were just throwing sticks. And you know what? That's fine. There's nothing wrong with thrown weapons. Things like hatchets and tomahawks, shurikens, throwing knives, such as the ever-popular kunai, thanks to Naruto, and, not necessarily history. Why should anything popular be based upon historical concepts? Oh, hello. I might grab that, because that'll just make things easier for me. Or I might not. We'll just kind of wait and see. Hey, Darkseid, how come you didn't take the portal? Well, I'm not a boomerang. I don't come back from throwing. Hey, Darkseid doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm seriously crazy. People constantly expecting me to take portals because it's, faster and more efficient. Come on now. Alright. So we've got just beautiful selections here. Like, all 3 of these are actually really nice. Pardon me. Alright, so with everything now nicely upgraded, we should have a much easier time. But as I had shown in the last run, I'm not exactly on top of my game. Well, yeah, but Darkseid, why is that? Because unfortunately life gets in the way, and even my best laid plans will oftentimes just go wrong. Yeah, I think that's the better option. far so good. So hopefully you found that history lesson on the boomerang enlightening, or even if not enlightening, maybe just, interesting. There we go. Oh yeah, good run, good run. Yeah, how about no? And as far as why, despite what I said, this run wasn't up yesterday after I got off of work, let's just say that, again, things didn't go quite as planned, and sometimes things happen that affect my health in negative ways, like people saying stupid shit that they shouldn't. That just really threw off my everything. Like things that I'm going to have to be following up with some higher up people at my job for, because sometimes people don't pay attention to what they say, and whether they think they're trying to be motivating or if they think that they're trying to prove a point. Sometimes it just comes off as tone deaf and stupid, and what you ended up saying is actually more insulting than anything else. And now we need to have a talk with some people because you done fucked up, and now I can prove that the environment is toxic. That was a lot of vagary, I understand, but I'm not trying to be one of those negative people that just goes and says things no matter what. Even though I know what I experienced and I can explain it, that doesn't necessarily give me the right to go spouting off about it to anyone who will listen. Or maybe it does. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. All I know is that someone done fucked up. We're gonna take that because it's a nice consistent bonus to my signature, which is big. We'll definitely take Sidewinder's badge. Yeah, it might not seem like the Sidewinder's badge would work very well with this particular Arcana, but trust me, it's definitely worth it. Because you're going, okay, scores 1, 2, maybe 4 hits. Look at it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's the thing. Fiery Yo-Yo, because of its boomerang effect, see what I did there? Actually scores roughly generally anywhere between 4 to 8 hits on a single enemy. Like, that is a large amount of extra damage, and it adds up. Like, just because the extra hits are only like 2 damage, keep in mind that the numbers in this game are relatively small, and an extra 2 damage per hit over 8 hits is an extra 16 damage. Like, that's no small amount of damage. That's like the same as like Earth Knuckle just having an entirely extra hit after it's upgraded. Like, that's huge. Let's see. Well, I know that I can give this to Dr. Saul. Oh, Doctor. Alright, so that's what we have coming around the bend is obviously electric, and then water. You know, I don't think Blurring Falconry actually counts as a projectile, despite how obviously it should. Well, I mean, okay, what am I gonna do with that? Wait, Darksage, I think I have the answer to this. You're gonna do two things with it, jack and shit. You've been paying attention to my channel. By the way, I decided against that last relic that I thought I was gonna buy. I'll stick with this and keep some money going into this floor. Yay, I'm dumb. And because of Conqueror's Helmet, your spell's unlimited, bucko. Oh, I see Wanderer's Mechanism. That's definitely good. Everything else is decent, but I'm gonna wait and see if I can't find something else. After all, we still are sitting at 5 Arcana. We could have 6. This is a very tasty run, and definitely something that I am getting a kick out of. Once again, I see you there, Tracer Barrage. So I guess the question is, do I accept Tracer Barrage, even knowing that my upcoming enemies are probably going to be resistant to it? And when I say probably, I mean definitely will be. Yeah, this run definitely feels a good deal more comfortable than the one I was doing the other day. Like, this definitely feels like a run I would design. There, now we have another offensive option. It would be nice if it were electrical based, but... Yay, I'm smart. There we go. See, unlike last time when I ran into a room full of those beam Cyclops enemies, this time I felt like I had the right tools to handle them. Even if I did throw myself off the ledge at one point or another. Pardon me. It's okay, Atra, don't worry about that barrel. It's got way too many hit points to be a real thing. Oh, I think I see where I need to go. Alright, so go back here. And go there. Yeah, you thought you were going to teleport up to me and surprise me. Unfortunately for you, I'm ready for your shit. And then we should be able to find the red portal over here. Suit upgrade. I don't know, does Temple really need a suit upgrade? Tell you what, I'm going to do it because it's here. But it's not one of those things that I feel is 100% necessary for success. Oh, hello. We've got all sorts of damage boosts. That's nice. Alright, so now if we find other artifacts, if they don't stack, like the fairies or the Midas artifacts, then we need to... Okay, I don't even need that. We can just start getting rid of things that are iffy in their nature. Or in this case, their usefulness, not necessarily their nature. I know how to talk, I swear. See, that's what we call a one-sided fight. Oh, you thought you were casting Perfect Storm. So by the way, another build idea, it wasn't even a build idea, it was more of a challenge that someone came up with, was an item this run. So let me know if you guys think that would be interesting. I don't mind trying something new, even if it does seem a little silly. And the items are part of the reason why we love this game so much, but item list has an appeal to it that I hadn't considered before. It's like kind of like a personal hard mode, so to speak. Well, I mean, you're not going to tell me that the perfect time crystal is a bad thing. Probably should have led with that, honestly. Okay, I would like the hand warmers now so I could stop being frozen. Speaking of frozen, it's starting to get pretty cold here in the lovely land of Minnesota. I believe the high temperature for the day is like just a little over 40 degrees, so a little nippy. It's definitely time to start pulling out that winter gear and getting ready for it. And that's also roughly the temperature that we had to work with on Halloween night, which I was working Halloween night, so I didn't even have any fun. Here we go. Oh, based upon the last fight, Idealist's scorecard would have worked out beautifully, but I am, first of all, a little disappointed that it's only 10% for clearing a boss fight without taking damage now. But also, I don't exactly need the full heal. I don't have any jump attacks. I can't be Murder Bunny this time. Sorry, Murder Bunny fans. I'll have to wait for another time. But in the meantime, we have Gotti. We have Gotti Tiara. Is that good? Does that work for everybody? Anything here looking good? Oh, the binoculars. Let's make sure that everything I have counts as a projectile, with the exception of you. Alright, so then we can definitely get rid of that. And how much does that boost my damage by? 15. So it's not a huge improvement, but it is an improvement. Woo! Man. My aim is immaculate. Now, to you guys, it looks like I just whiffed horribly and wasted a signature. But I know the truth. Okay, there is an alien lizard creature there disguised as a wall. If I hadn't gotten rid of it, it not only would have ended my run, but it would have leaked all of my thoughts and ideas to the Neptunian government. So everything that I'm thinking about right now, all of my private thoughts are still private because I pulled that action off. You're welcome. Well, I imagine like 5-10 years down the road, if I end up having to go for another job interview at some point, they're going to be looking at my history going, so tell us more about this Neptunian government, buddy. I'm like, I don't know, something stupid I said along. Or maybe it's real. You just don't know. Sorry, I had to put on my gaudy tiara. Yeah, I think I'm good. Ah, lame. Thought I could dodge that. Alright, let's go ahead and hit the boss room. Don't have much left in this run, and right now we're looking successful. I'd like to keep it that way. And for any of you wondering, yes, I do like Bolt Claymore. Not only does it do heavy damage, but it's just a good area of effect spell. You know what it reminds me of is Delayed Blast Fireball. And for those of you who don't know what that is, just look up D&D and Pathfinder spells and you will get the idea. Delayed Blast Fireball is good. Oh. That's the way we're playing this. Okay. Oh my god, you Norse folk. Alright, that was the worst fight I've had with Freya in a long time. Suddenly, the use of Box Escape Key doesn't seem so hypothetical. God damn it. Okay, seriously, if anyone has a suggestion for me on a controller that has a slightly less sensitive D-pad so I stop getting up-buttoned like that, I would really like to hear it. Alright, well, nothing here is really catching my fancy. Just grab that. Like, it's fair to say that if I didn't have the Helm of Midas, I might be 6 feet under right now. Like, seriously, that is... Like, that was a really unfortunate shake against Freya. There we go. We've got power, boys! Ow. Seems like he recovered from that way too quickly. There we go. That's a little better. Yay, I won a run. No, it doesn't seem that uncommon, Dark Sage. Yes, but I'm still a little salty about the last one. Alright, well that is going to be it for me on this run. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this one a lot more than the last one. Do me a favor and drop me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel. All of those help out my metrics, and you know, the more subscribers we get, the closer I get to that magical goal of 1,000. But even before 1,000, I do have a little something planned if we manage to make it to... let's just say, 300. At that point, I have something that I kind of want to share with everyone. It's not going to be anything major, so... And I guess when I say that, what I mean is it's not like I have a huge giveaway, because that would be like, what, a $5 gift card to Target? Yay. I just mean I'll do something just a little bit different, maybe a little bit longer, and maybe a little bit more personal. So let me know what you guys think about that. Don't forget to vote for Wizard of Metal, which will the results of the last poll will be coming up probably in the next day or two, as I'm still kind of figuring some things out. In the meantime, yeah, just the usual YouTube song and dance. I want to thank you guys for continuing to come and spend some of your free time with me. It really does mean a lot to me. And, you know, keep belting out suggestions, keep belting out build recommendations, songs that you want me to look at for Wizard of Metal, and of course listen to. I do listen to all of these submissions. So, trust me when I say nothing is being ignored. Hey, even recommendations for other games you'd like to see me play, because as much as we all love Wizard of Legend, I know it's nice to have some variety, and yes, the Metroid Dread playthrough will continue. My head isn't in the right place, so believe me when I say that. So, that's it. I'm rambling at this point. So again, thank you guys very much for your continued support. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you